Don Bosco, Navajeevan. Who are these children? Where do they come from? What are they looking for, hoping for? Where are they going? Who is going to take care of them? Don Bosco Navajeevan is there at the heart of every street child. For in her, they find a sure home where they are welcomed, loved, cared for, and groomed towards a better future. What is Don Bosco Navajeevan? Don Bosco Navajeevan is a network of all street children centers in the state of Andhra Pradesh, belonging to the religious congregation of the Salesians of Don Bosco. True to the charism of Saint John Bosco, who totally dedicated himself towards the welfare of abandoned boys, the Don Bosco fathers plunged into this field of work in the early 90s. They spared no efforts to build up this important mission for these needy and deprived children so much neglected by the society. The word Navajeevan means new life. True to its meaning, Don Bosco Navajeevan continues to offer new life and hope to every child that comes under her care. With systematic planning and research, the Don Bosco Navajeevan centers slowly began to grow, and today they are well spread out and organized, reaching out to the needy street boys in the state of Andhra Pradesh. In the last 2 decades, thousands and thousands of street children have become sons of Don Bosco Navajeevan. These centers have saved, rescued, restored, and reintegrated thousands of children into their families. The famous incident of the rescue of Mekala Anirudh Sai Datta by Don Bosco Navajeevan, which was splashed in all the newspapers and media, can never be forgotten. It brings into limelight the central role Navajeevan plays in Andhra Pradesh. In February 2006, a boy named Mekala Anirudh Sai Datta was lost in a park in Bangalore. When on an outing with his parents. For 2 years, the parents searched all possible quarters to find the boy. In the meantime, the boy's father met with a tragic accident and lost his hand, and a little later died of a massive cardiac arrest. On 28 March 2008, with some available information about Navajeevan Balabhavan, the mother came to Navajeevan, and there she found her child, whom she lost nearly 3 years ago. The child was handed over to the mother and was restored to his family. No doubt, the constant vigilance of Don Bosco Navajeevan had helped rescuing this boy.
Navajeevan means new life. Thus, Navajeevan or a New Life Center began in Vijayawada city in the year 1989. We, the Don Boscos, have been in this city from the year 1980. We've been observing children on the street and the platforms, traveling by the trains and so forth. People from the youth center used to visit railway station and meet these young children. It was in 1989 that the municipal administration of Vijayawada city invited the Don Boscos to step into this area of very important concern of the society or even of the city administration itself. Children, neglected children, runaway children, orphan children found on the street. Since then, children have been met on the streets and the railway platforms. Our social workers have been moving about and meeting them, building a rapport with them, bringing them to the shelter. And in the shelter, they have a very happy, safe environment. They could play, they could dance, they could have their food to their stomach's content, and they could enjoy.
Let us take a closer look at the different Don Bosco Navajeevan centers and explore the immense activities taking place in each of them. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Vijayawada, 1989. Vijayawada, literally meaning the place of victory, is the third largest city in Andhra Pradesh. Located on the banks of the Krishna River, it is situated along the Madras-Howrah and the Madras-Delhi rail route and is known to be the largest railway junction in South India. Don Bosco Navajeevan was established in this city in the year 1989, and it was the start of the Don Bosco Navajeevan centers, heralding new life and hope for the abandoned children on the streets of Andhra Pradesh. From then on, it has been doing extensive social service benefiting more than 30,000 children, the rag pickers forming the major portion. This center has done a great deal in sheltering, counseling, and educating the children rescued from the streets in and around Vijayawada. The team here has succeeded in integrating more than 13,000 children back to their families. Of late, the services provided here have been raised to higher standards with the periodic organization of camps for different categories of children, computer training, healthcare center with qualified nurses, psychiatric treatment, professional counseling, etc. In collaboration with the City Municipal Corporation, Navajeevan has extended its rescuing and protecting mission to the child laborers working in the city automobile industrial estate. As the work progressed, several new units were established to rescue children from a gloomy, empty life and offer them rehabilitation. The Government of India has recognized the valuable services rendered by conferring the National Award for Child Welfare upon the institution in 1996.
During 2004, we have conducted survey about child labor. The Navajeevan helped a lot in that survey. Not only Father Koshi and his team members helped district administration in conducting of this survey. In that survey, we found 38,000 children working as child laborers or out of school children. During 2004, we started 80 special schools for child labor with the help and coordination and also the full support from the Navajeevan. I will tell honestly, we have conducted a big rescue operation at Mantada, Pamudimukkal Mandal with the help of Navajeevan, Labor Department and Women and Child Welfare Department. In that rescue operation, we rescued 68 girl children who are working as a domestic child labor and released them, and with the help of Navajeevan, we started one school at Pamudimukkala, Mantada, with the support from Navajeevan only. The school is still running. Many children are mainstreamed by Navajeevan. Not only at Mantada, they are also running child labor schools at Ujur, Anamalakuduru, Autonagar, etc. Navajeevan is one of the main NGO to form for child aids in Krishna district. The Father Kosi, acting as vice president of this firm, is conducting many awareness camps, sensitization camps to all sectors in Vijayawada and also many places at Andhra Pradesh. I am honestly telling, one of the best NGO dedicating all to the welfare of the children and also child friendly society.
Don Bosco Navajeevan, Hyderabad, 1998. Hyderabad, also known as the City of Pearls, is the capital city of the state of Andhra Pradesh, with an estimated metropolitan population of 6.7 million. Today, it is one of the most developed cities in the country and a modern hub of information technology and biotechnology. As per the government report, the street children in Hyderabad city alone numbers more than 55,000. Majority of these street children are below 16 years of age and are mostly migrants from rural or semi-rural areas of Andhra Pradesh. Drawing inspiration from the successful attempt at Vijayawada, the Salesians wanted to extend the Navajeevan project to the city of Hyderabad. A street presence team constituting 7 street educators was set up at 3 centers in the twin cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad. The 7 members of the team have been contacting street children and building up good rapport with them these 9 years. During this period, they have contacted more than 10,500 children in and around Secunderabad, Hyderabad and Kachiguda railway stations that have the highest level of concentration of street children. Don Bosco Navajeevan Secunderabad, which was started in 1998, is a hand which draws these street children out of the dark side of life. It supports them in their arduous journey of realizing their true potential, and in this process shares in the jubilation and trials of yet another unique human saga. All the children who enter Navajeevan are offered food, shelter, education, both formal and non-formal, medication, counseling, home placement, and reorientation. The trades offered here for the welfare of the street children are electrical, plumbing, carpentry, tailoring, printing and bookbinding, bakery, motor mechanics, driving and air conditioning and refrigeration. The Career Guidance and Job Placement Center at Secunderabad provides also guidance and job placement for many children. Apart from developmental measures, Navajeevan has moved more effectively in the area of advocacy. The team follows a systematic approach in contacting children in different areas. As a preliminary step in working with child labor, a survey on child laborers was conducted in the areas surrounding Regimental Bazaar and Secunderabad railway station. The next step in the Navajeevan experience of Street Children project at Hyderabad is to have a round-the-clock shelter where the children can come and go freely without having to fear bullies, hostile policemen or other threats. At the shelter, the children's basic needs are taken care of. They are given food, medical care, clothes and recreation facilities. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Visakhapatnam, 2000. Visakhapatnam, or Vizag as it is often called, is the true spot where one can find the beauty of Andhra. Lapped by the Bay of Bengal on the eastern part of Andhra Pradesh lies the beach city. Visakhapatnam, the best tourist destination in the state. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Visakhapatnam was started in the year 2000. This center has 3 divisions. First, the Beach Blossom School, which is a bridge school for school dropouts in fishermen communities of Jalaripeta area. So far, 89 children have been placed back into regular school, and presently more than 100 children go to school. Secondly, there is the Occasional Training Center that provides to idle and unemployed youth with computer training, courses in beauty care, refrigeration, air conditioning, tailoring, and embroidery. Till now, 125 have finished the computer course, 135 tailoring and embroidery, 95 beautician course, and 25 refrigeration and air conditioning. The third important division is the Rehabilitation Center, which, while providing shelter for those attending schools and preparing to go to school, focuses on imparting soft skills like singing, dancing, acting, etc. Altogether, they take care of a few hundred children. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Ongole, 2000. Ongole is a town, a municipality, and the administrative headquarters of Prakasam district. This is one of the most backward districts of Andhra Pradesh, with a number of street children engaged in begging, scavenging, shoe polishing, cleaning the trains, etc. Of the more than 3,500 street children and 10,000 child laborers, 60% are girl child laborers. Most of them work in slate industry, beedi industry, carrying the waste out of the quarries, nailing wooden frames, tobacco pressing, etc. These kids live on the platforms, in the bus terminus, at wayside eateries, parks, pavements, footpaths, and the like, constantly shifting places. Navajeevan's staff meet them at the railway stations and at the above places and invite them to decent living, offering them food, shelter, and a home. They spend their time playing indoor games, undergoing counseling sessions, and are eventually rehabilitated. If the child has no place to go, he/she can choose formal studies or non-formal skill trainings such as carpentry, tailoring, electrical course, welding, etc. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Guntakal, 2001. Guntakal is a town in Anantapur district in the western part of Andhra Pradesh. The Navajeevan Center at Guntakal was opened in January 2001. This center reaches out to a number of street and working children through its street presence, shelter services, home integration programs, motivation camps, and referral services. At present, there are 30 street children attending regular school. This center also extends its service to the Shikari community, a very backward community of the state. Sadly, their livelihood consists in grazing pigs and removing the dead bodies from the accident sites. 95% of the children of the Shikari community have no means to education. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Guntur, 2002. Guntur is a large city situated not far from the coast of the Bay of Bengal. Though this city is a major center for learning, it has its own social and economic woes. In the year 2002, with the sole intention of reaching out to the children in most difficult situation, Don Bosco Navajeevan extended its presence in Guntur. The shelter home is situated near the railway station so as to facilitate easy access to the children in need. Currently, there are 15 such children residing in the shelter, of whom 6 are working boys and 5 are undergoing skill training. Most of the others are a moving population, so the number varies from day to day. In 2005, a sub-rehabilitation center in Chandramouli Nagar was launched, where better facilities are provided to encourage formal and non-formal education. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Rajamundry. Rajamundry, located on the banks of river Godavari, is the fifth largest city in Andhra Pradesh. It is known as the cultural capital of Andhra Pradesh. Don Bosco Navajeevan operates here under the title Eklavya Children's Home, inaugurated in March 2002. There are many sub-centers at different spots of the city where the young at risk can be found. A great number of missing children, rag pickers, bogey cleaners, beggars, and drug addicts come into contact with the field staff. On the basis of the findings at the initial inquiry, they go through a suitable rehabilitation program. This center is supported by a few other volunteer groups that express the same concern. These volunteers come forward to conduct a variety of recreational programs and medical camps. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Nellore, 2003. Nellore is another district of Andhra Pradesh, famous for high paddy yield, and Nelli in Telugu means paddy. The city of Nellore, situated on the south bank of Pennar River, lies in the southern part of Andhra Pradesh. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Nellore functions with a group of committed and well-trained personnel. The major activity of this home is to identify the young at risk and rescue them without delay. The staff frequent the railway stations, bus stands, slums, and other such places where boys and girls find themselves stranded and exposed to danger. The staff befriend these lads and win their confidence and bring them to the shelter and guide them towards a better life. An average of 25 to 30 boys come to this center every day. According to the need of the child, further courses of action are designed keeping the best interest of the child in mind. Thrice a year, orientation camps are held to place on track the newcomers. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Kurnool, 2004. Kurnool district forms the west central part of the state on the southern banks of Tungabhadra and Handri rivers. Don Bosco Navajeevan was started in this city of Kurnool in June 2004. Committed to its mission of becoming a resource center that makes a difference in the lives of the marginalized children, this presence provides basic needs, literacy, recreation, and medical aid to the young at risk. This center has the record of 275 children registered in it. Of this, 150 children have undergone counseling, 75 children have been placed back home, and 150 children redeemed from child labor. There are several non-formal and formal training programs that are aimed at imparting a sense of meaning and dignity to life and enhancing their employability skills for the future. Don Bosco Navajeevan, Warangal, 2004. Warangal or Orugalu is a city and a municipal corporation in Warangal district, 145 kilometers northeast of the state capital of Hyderabad. It is the administrative seat of Warangal district and known for its granite quarries, notably the black and brown varieties. grain market, chilies, cotton, and tobacco. Here, Don Bosco Navajeevan operates through a rehabilitation center that pays attention to the runaway and street children either working or just loitering. After the initial enquiry and counseling, the children recruited are sent for formal or non-formal studies according to their need. At present, there are 20 boys attending regular school, a half a dozen in vocational training, and about 50 in contact centers. Don Bosco Navajeevan centers look ahead with greater hopes to restore a healthy childhood to every needy child. The work has grown and has borne abundant fruits, rehabilitating thousands and thousands of street children. All this has been made possible thanks to the support and solidarity of many friends, collaborators, benefactors, and funding agencies that have facilitated all these works. We thank them for the solidarity, encouragement, and partnership. Needless to say, there is a great deal of appreciation from all quarters for the work done by the Don Bosco Navajeevan centers, and it has helped probably more than 100,000 children in Andhra Pradesh till date.
$26,000 and more of these children who come into the shelter have received food, clothing, medical support, and 13,000 from among these 26 have been happily integrated with their own biological parents. It's been considered one of the huge successes of this project. In fact, the project has as its main objective taking children back to their own parents. As it is very well said, there is no place like home. Whether poverty or misery, whatever, there is no one on earth who can provide a child the love, calm, care and concern, the affection that parents can give. And from among the rest, a few thousands have now gone through their education, primary, high school, higher secondary, university, and in the academic line. And then about 2,000 have gone through vocational trainings in various trades, such as we have seen what the children have been missing and what we've been able to provide, even if it is in a very small way. Some of them have received tremendous support and they have come up in life. Some of these kids have shown so well academically and even professionally. They're well settled. Some of them are engineers, some of them are professional social workers, and so many avenues they have found and found their placements in such avenues of career. And what we would really look forward is to open up even more such centers, so that in every district there is a Don Bosco Navajeevan, which would welcome such children, will give them hope, give them new life. All this has been possible thanks to help from good, generous, loving donors across the country and across the world. And it would be possible to continue and even to expand only if generous people come forward. However small your contribution is, it is of great value to us, to a child, making better future for the child on the street, a neglected, uncared for, a child who needs care and protection. Let me once again thank you for your help.
The timely intervention of Don Bosco Navajeevan has definitely brought life and light into the lives of thousands and thousands of street children who would surely have been in different situation if not for these interventions. Every street child will surely find a secure and friendly future and a constant guide and support at Don Bosco Navajeevan. The time has come for more Navajeevan centers to be activated in other areas so that no child is left neglected or uncared for on the street. We count on your solidarity, collaboration, and help to carry out this all-important mission. Don Bosco Navajeevan will continue to remain committed to creating and assuring a better tomorrow for all these abandoned and unloved children on the streets.